Good morning everyone. Myself Madhusmita Biswas of Civil Engineering Department faculty. Today I am going to start this subject, Building Materials and Construction Technology. It is the third sem subject of Civil Engineering Department. In your mind it may be coming, what do you understand by building materials, or what are the materials that is been used in our buildings? Okay. In your mind, if you see in our day-to-day life or in our day-to-day life, you see we construct in houses or any structures or any buildings, dams, bridges, we use the materials. What we use the materials like stone, brick, cement, mortar, water, sand, aggregate. We use these types of materials while constructing our buildings. Okay. So we can tell that building materials that are used for the construction of buildings are known as building materials, and they are used to construct any civil structures with the help of the materials, and the civil structures can be of buildings, dams, bridges, etc. All the engineering structures are composed of materials, and these materials are also known as engineering materials, building materials, or materials of constructions. Okay, then the materials of constructions are again categorized in three groups. Okay, while constructing our houses, we use solid materials. First, that is, we use solid materials like stone, bricks, iron, timber, wood. Next is we use cement materials. Cement materials means that we bind together. The materials we use to bind the brick, stones, that is known as cement materials. We can say lime, cement, mortar, etc. Next, we use protective materials. After constructing a wall or all walls, foundations, we use protective materials like paints, varnishes, plasters. Okay. So we will be dealing with the first chapter, that is stones. Here are some of the articles that we will read. First is what is stones, how the stones have been derived. Next is classifications of the rock, how the rocks have been classified. Next, what are the uses of stones in our building purposes or in decorative buildings of ours. Next is natural bed of the stone. Next, what are the qualities of the good building stones, how we can know this stone, this is of the good quality of stones, or how we can know this is of not good quality of the stones. Okay, then next is dressing of the stones. Dressing of the stones means we can say how the stones can be dressed while putting in our buildings or in architectural purposes. Okay, next is characteristics of different types of stones and their uses. Okay. First, what is stones? Okay, stones. In your mind, it may be coming, what is stones? Stones you see while constructing our houses, we see stones. Okay, stones have been considered as one of the popular building material from the olden days. From the olden days, we are using the stones as a building material or while constructing our houses, dams, bridges, or any type of civil structures. Okay. Next is we can say stones are suitable for the construction of structures such as retaining walls, abutments, dams, barrages, roads, etc., which you can say that is known as building of stones. Stone possesses enough strength and durability. Okay. Next is the pyramids of Egypt, the temple of Jagannath Puri, Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, and hundreds of historical buildings in each big country are made up of stones. Okay. Next, the greatest thing about stone is that they are natural and they do not require to be manufactured. Okay. Next is how the stones have been derived. From where the stones have been derived? Stones are derived from the rocks which are formed from the earth crust, and it has no definite shape. Okay. Stones are derived from the earth crust. While we break the rocks in different pieces, then the stones occurs. Okay, and it has no definite shape. We can say it has no definite shape, and it can be of octagonal, rectangular, circular. It can have any type of a shape. Okay. Next, you can see the historical buildings that are made up of a big stones. Here you can see the pyramid of Egypt. Okay. Next you can see the slide here. You can see the picture is Taj Mahal. Okay. Next you can see these types of buildings This is one of the historical buildings that are made up of stones. Okay. Next is classification of the rock. Classifications of rock means what? How the rocks have been classified. Okay. The rocks are classified in three ways. We can say first is geological classifications, physical classifications, and chemical classifications. Okay. In geological classifications, this classification is based on the mode of formation of rock. Means how the rocks can be formed, or how it can be the formation of the rock. Okay. And from where the building stones are obtained. Okay. It is known as geological classifications. Next is physical classifications. Physical classifications means what? How the rocks appear, means the appearance of the rocks. Okay. Next is chemical classifications. Chemical classifications means what? How this classification is based on the chemicals in which the rock contains some types of chemicals. Okay. Then again the geological classification is again categorized in three types. First is igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Next is physical classifications. Physical classifications is again categorized in stratified rocks, unstratified rocks, and foliated rocks. Next is chemical classifications. It's again categorized in siliceous rock, argillaceous rock, and calcareous rock. First, we will read about geological classifications. Okay, geological classifications means what? I have told you this classification is mainly based on the formation of the rocks, how the rocks can be formed. Okay. Next, we will first read about igneous rocks. What do you mean by igneous rocks and how the igneous rocks can be formed? What do you mean by igneous rocks? It is formed by cooling of magma and thus solidifying from a molten state. You can see the picture here. This is known as a magma, and when it cools, it forms igneous rock. Okay, you can see the picture here. First picture I have shown here. Magma, it tries to cool and it forms the igneous rock. Okay. Here I have shown the second picture here. As we know, the inside portions of the earth surface is very of high temperature. Okay. As it is of high temperature, the molten or pasty rock materials that are formed and it comes out from the surfaces through cracks or weak portions. Okay. While it comes out from the surfaces, by the cooling of magma, the igneous rocks are formed. Okay. Then we can tell that they are known as igneous rocks. You can see here the earth surface. Second picture I have shown here. In the second picture, here it is the earth surface. As the earth inside the portion of the earth surface is of very high temperature, the magma comes out from the surfaces. The magma comes out from the surfaces and tries to cool out from the surfaces. Here you can see the magma comes out. Magma comes out and lava and cools on the surfaces. Above the surfaces is known as extrusive igneous rock, and when magma tries to cool below the surfaces, it is known as intrusive igneous rocks. Okay. And igneous rocks are of two types. We can say that is extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. Extrusive igneous rocks means what? We can say the magma when it comes out from the surfaces and it cools above the surface is known as extrusive igneous rock. And intrusive igneous rocks means what? The magma cools up below the surfaces is known as intrusive igneous rocks. Okay. Then we can say extrusive igneous rocks are also known as volcanic rocks, and intrusive igneous rocks are known as plutonic rocks. Okay. Next is sedimentary rocks. Here it is. You can see the sedimentary rocks here. Sedimentary rocks means it is formed due to gradual depositions of materials by weathering agents. Okay. Weathering agents, we can see rain, flowing water, wind water. These are the weathering agents. Okay. You can see the second pictures here. I have shown when the water or the wind or blows all the particles, it forms over time the bottom layer. It turns into rock. Then the layer of sedimentary are formed. Then the sedimentary rocks have been formed. Okay. Here are the sedimentary rocks formed through a sequence of processes: weathering, erosion, deposition, compaction, and cementations. Okay. For example, you can say sandstone and limestone.